Hi guys, so today's video, as you can tell from the title, is going to be my version of a pinup zombie slash like really subtle, but feminine and still Halloween tutorial. And I really like this look. This is actually going to be my backup Halloween look. Because it's really quick and it's effective and I look nice, and if I don't have a lot of time on Halloween, this is what I'm going to do on myself. So, yeah. My hair quickly looks like this. I whipped it up in about 2 minutes, so it's not a really good roll, as you can see. But I just wanted it for pictures and whatever. Yeah, so a lot of you guys may or may not know that I try to dress a little bit more 50s inspired, especially lately. It's kind of my thing. I'm not gonna go full retro like some people go hardcore. I just like to get inspired by it with like certain outfits that I wear out at night and whatever. Yeah, so I'm gonna kind of show you, I guess, my outfit right now. You can tell that it's YouTube appropriate because I have pajama pants on underneath it, and I'm not wearing a bra. So, this is actually a dress that I got a long time ago. It's fairly 50s inspired. It's nice. I really like it. And then when I wear it with my hair and whatever, that's kind of how I rock it. But yeah, so that's kind of an idea of like what you can wear with it, with this look. Also, I have skeleton gloves, which I think are really cool, and I can't stop wearing them everywhere. My friends are like, why are you wearing these gloves? I'm like, because I like them. But yeah, so if you guys want to know how to do this look, then just go ahead and stay tuned. I want to just do a quick line of eyeliner. I just did, there's no eyeshadow on my eye, it's just black liner. The one that I'm using is the one that I always use. It's the Prestige Black eyeliner. It's like $6 at the drugstore. It's my favorite for some reason. I've used it forever. Just has like a felt tip applicator. I don't know. I really like it. If you're not good with black eyeliner, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, so go ahead and check that out. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, so once my eyeliner's done, it looks like this. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a pair of lashes. I don't know which ones I'm using. Mine are always like just kind of thrown all over the place because that's how I kind of use my lashes. I'm not really good at keeping care of them. I like kind of full eyelashes, especially with like black liner, because you can really put on thick ones and pull it off. So I'm using these ones. These ones have been tried and true. They're like battered, but yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of mascara on my lower lashes. I'm using Myeyeshadowisodd. This is a mascara that was gifted to me by my school. I won like a prize thing. This mascara fucking sucks, by the way, and I'm only using it on my bottom lashes just because I kind of want to use it because it's like fucking, I don't know, $1 million mascara in my book. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do after I went ahead and applied lashes and mascara, I'm just going to go ahead and figure out what colors I'm going to use for this. I actually ended up using this. I have this for clients. This is the Hard Candy. Obviously, these concealer colors do not match my face, so I'm using the darkest one to draw out the line. But again, if you have any sort of brown face paint, that would work perfectly as well. And the next thing you need, other than brown, is a white eyeshadow. I'm using Taco from Sugar Pill. You can use, it's just called White from MAC. I don't know, I forget. Anyway, you can use whatever white eyeshadow that you have, or you could use really white face paint, but I find the eyeshadow really works better for the kind of look that I'm kind of want to go for. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and mix up a little bit of that concealer on my hand. So when starting this off, I'm just going to go ahead and make this like jawline motion. Just try to make sure that it's even on both sides. That's kind of really the hard part. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now that's actually pretty dark. You can see it's not as dark on that side. That's because we're going to lighten it up just a little bit when we apply the eyeshadow over it, because the whole thing about this is I kind of want it just to be subtle. It's not really like an obvious like full skeleton mask or anything like that. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and keep taking that color, and I'm going to go ahead and start the teeth. Now, I kind of want it to look a little bit more realistic than just drawing a line and doing teeth. You can spend however long you want doing this. I just did this quickly. I know some people, you can spend like an hour doing really precise shadings that the teeth look really realistic. But for the sake of this video, I'm not. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw a line, and I'm probably going to speed this part up where I draw in the teeth, and then I'll show you how to fill in with the white. Okay, so once you're done with the basic sort of plotting out what you want to do, the next thing is to go in with a white eyeshadow. Again, I'm just using Taco from Sugar Pal. And you basically just want to go kind of all underneath here, but you want it to kind of fade down. And it's okay if you go over this brown line, because you want it to be really, really subtle. I find it just makes it look more delicate and more feminine if it's not as harsh. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just start adding in the white to the teeth. I'm using a really small little shader brush like this. This is like a no-name brush. I don't know where I got this, but yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that and then just start filling in the teeth. Okay, so once you go ahead and put the white on, you can see that it's a little bit more vibrant on this side than this side. I'm just going over with a kabuki and just kind of taking down a little bit of the white powder so it's not as bright again, because I kind of want it to be subtle. And then I also just went ahead with a little bit of darker brown. I went ahead and mixed a darker color from my Flash palette. You don't have to do this, but I just wanted to be a little bit more shady with it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so once the shading's done and it's kind of where you want it to be, you can see that mine's not perfectly even, but you know, you kind of gotta like work with it a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of blush, and I'm not going to put very much just because I don't want it to really upset this part, but you'll see, I'll fix it later. I found it easier to do the blush after and then just kind of go over this part with white than it was to put it on before. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so once you're done with teeth, the next thing to do is to do the lips, and you just want to do like a very classic red lip. I'm doing my go-to, which is Hot Red Lip Liner from NYX. This is Russian Red lipstick, it's just in the Wonder Woman packaging. And then I'm going over it with Russian Red lip gloss for shine, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once you're done with the lips, this is the final look. As you can see, it's really subtle, really like nice. I think it's really cool, actually. It's something that's feminine but still Halloween, which is, I don't know, I like it. Yeah, so the next thing you really want to do is you really want to have like a nice 50s kind of outfit or vintage, whatever you want to go for. Hair as well, mine's kind of a disaster today, but yeah, so that is the final look. I do hope you guys enjoy this, and if you decide to use it, then please post a video response down below. I'd love to see it, and I think it's fun when people use my Halloween ideas, because that's why I do it. So, yeah, until my next video, I will talk to all you soon. Bye!